All right, y'all, let's talk about the secure type. The secure type balances intimacy and space. Balances intimacy and space. Not hyper independent. Hyper independent, you excessively distance yourself from others in order to achieve at least a semblance of safety or comfort. I'm also not codependent, excessively dependent on another for comfort or a semblance of safety, but I'm interdependent. I balance intimacy and space. I'm an individual in a relationship. Your individuality is not threatened by relationship, and your individuality is not defined by the relationship. Okay, so what did you just hear about the AP and the DA? With a DA, a relationship, a DA perceives a relationship as threatening to my individuality. I'm not going to be able to do the same things that I want to do. I feel smothered. I feel like I don't have space to be myself. I feel like I have to get away from you in order to be me. The anxious preoccupied type, my individuality is defined by the relationship. I am only me when I'm with you. I need you in order to really be satisfied with myself. But a secure type, my individuality is not threatened by the relationship. It's not defined by the relationship. I'm an individual within the relationship. That was good. I feel like somebody should rewind that. I don't know. A secure type, we're talking about developing trust, vulnerability, intimacy, and safety in a collaborative way. I'm going to say that again. We develop intimacy, trust, vulnerability, and safety in a collaborative way at a reasonable pace. Trust, vulnerability, intimacy, and safety is not assumed. Like an anxious, preoccupied type will assume trust, intimacy, vulnerability, and safety. I assume that. Because you're here, I just think that we're just supposed to just be able to just do this because we are in some way connected. A dismissive avoidant type dismisses trust, intimacy, vulnerability, and safety. I in no way do I rely on you in order to feel those things. I rely on myself. When I develop intimacy, trust, safety, and vulnerability in a collaborative way, it means that I don't just give you trust and I don't just expect you to trust me. I don't expect a level of vulnerability or intimacy just because we're here together, but it's based on who you are and who I am and how we interact with each other. If I share something that is intimate about me with you, can I trust you to hold it in a way that protects me? And when you do, our trust develops. Can I be vulnerable with you? And can you create and hold emotional safe space for me? We're developing vulnerability. And if you give me signs that you can't, I adjust accordingly as it relates to you. But I don't shut down as an individual because of you. But as it relates to our relationship, I relate to you as who you are to me, and I allow you to relate to me as I am to you. So we develop trust, intimacy, vulnerability, and safety in a collaborative way. I don't assume you can hold things about me that you haven't shown evidence that you can do. I'm also trust myself enough to be able to give you a shot, to be able to open myself to you and allow you to authentically respond to me, and then make a healthy decision based on your response as to whether or not this is a safe place to be. Does that make sense? So when I say in a collaborative way, that's a process of relating. It's not just like a do it. It's like this is a process of relationship. We don't make assumptions about the relationship because of what's going on in me. I don't assume that I can't trust you because of what's going on in me. I don't assume that I can't share with you based on what's going on in me, which is more of an avoidance stance, right? I assume that I can't do this because I have trust issues. So I can't give this to you, not because of who you are, but because of what's going on in me. So when I'm secure, we develop our trust, intimacy, vulnerability, and safety in a collaborative way, not in a self-centered way. or based on what I want or what kind of issues I've got, then I define the relationship through my own problem. That's an insecure way of managing trust, vulnerability, safety, and intimacy. As a matter of fact, you're really not managing it at all.